one of the best financial, mental health, strategic decisions that I made was to never get remarried again. The second was to take on permanent family planning. I have my two boys, they're grown, they're adults, they're doing well. But what a lot of men don't understand, me, I'm 51 years old. I retired when I was 46, been out for 5 years now. I still do little things, especially with the YouTube thing. But if you focus on self-development, if you take care of yourself, if you stay the course, if you don't repeat the mistakes of the past, you're going to win in the distance. I know a lot of guys, they say like 86% of people are remarried in the next 3 years after divorce. But that's where guys make the mistake. And now they're into the 67% range for divorce. Guys, some guys don't learn. So I did almost a decade on the penal colony, and you won't take me back alive. So I enjoy my peace and my freedom now. Like now I'm about to hit the gym. It's cold in the morning, so I have my insulated layer on. I'm in the car. I'm chilling. What you got to understand about life too, and especially about, it's going to be hard for you guys who just got divorced or whatever else. It's going to be hell, because here's the truth about life. When you're no longer with women, there's no way in this world they're going to want to see that you're doing better without them. So they're going to try and take every single penny they can get out of you, whether it be through child support, through alimony, use the system, even disrupt your peace. You might go over there to pick up your kid or whatever else, and she might say or do things to you, or just do things just to irritate you. Maybe you're looking too good. Maybe your car's looking nicer. You got to understand, it's purely irritational. Just for irritation to knock you off your square. You can't feed into that bullshit, because what you're dealing with is most of these women have these narcissistic personality. Let me stop saying that, because that's overused and abused. They call everybody a narcissist now. Some people are just assholes. Let's just call it what it is. So irritation, because how can you be living such a productive, healthy life without her? It makes her look bad. Now, if you roll up at the house looking unshaven and all obese and out of shape and beat down, that's what they want to see. Look at him. See? What I said about him, and see, you tell all friends, what I said about him was true. He is a loser. He is a bum. Things work out best for men in the distance. So, let's see. Divorce was final in 2005. I haven't went back in. That's why it's easy for me to live the life I'm living, which is a chilled life. And I don't care about this stuff. Like that stuff people thinking I'm not into materialism. I drive a 2012 vehicle, not because I can't get another one. I get one of the one I want. But I like the freedom of not having any car loan debt. No hooker, no wrecker is following me around to tow my vehicle away. Not that you shouldn't buy what you want. Enjoy your life. Live however you want to live. But this is the way I live. And this is the way I enjoy it. Let me tell you something. Once you have found peace in life, I'm 51 years old. I am a full-time peaceful sexual. Peace is beautiful. Nothing turns me on more than peace. Sexy woman, maybe for a night or two. But peace, that's a lifetime erection. You're gonna really enjoy your life once you realize the bullshit. If you want to appreciate your day-to-day life, go watch that show, Couples Therapy. Well, insufferable. You're talking about, that's like Pulp Fiction. Well, it's kind of like a Pulp Fiction scene in family court every day. Especially those guys who get hit with that lifetime alimony in some of these liberal states. God help it. There's dudes that won't retire because they don't want to have to pay that broad. And she's miserable, and she's an asshole. And you guys have to deal with her. Look, it is what it is. But a lot of men live in these situations of silent torture because you can't say anything. Why? And you're in a gynocracy. Anything you say will be used against you. And that's why men stay quiet and they suffer in silence. Because I can see the pain. Like, I guess this is what marriage is, and this is what relationships are. Now, I want to talk about it all on a negative scale. There are good situations in life, very positive situations in life. But for me, that time is past. I did my time. So now I get to talk to you on the internet while I'm sipping on some Wawa coffee because I'm too lazy today to make my own coffee. I'd rather put that energy into the treadmill. But I can be that way. My time is mine. And I'm refused to be giving up that time in my space, in my freedom. For what? The juice is not worth the squeeze for me at this age. Maybe if I was in my 20s and I was wanted to start a family, maybe I go start a family in Kenya or something like that, where the laws are favorable to men. You know, if you want to act up, hey, look, me and these kids could be on the next flight back to the West or whatever, or, you know, whatever. Laws matter. Anyhow, so we win in the distance as men if we stay focused. But during the process, it's torture. It's irritation. You're going to be paying them payments, and like, these payments are never going to end. But the key is to stay focused. Remember, wine will always outlast milk, especially wine that is well secured and take care of itself. That's what you want to be, because sooner or later, this treadmill of payments and torture is going to be over. Make sure you have good legal representation. You fight. You don't go to it. You don't just sit there and just accept nonsense. But sooner or later, that process is going to come to an end. And Father Time is a lot more kind to us than it is to them. Because even the men out here today, they're single men that recognize that most of these women, not all, have disrespected their way out of a relationship. Even now, when I meet these women, they've all been divorced or whatever, I'll be like, you know, the hair, well, I was going to say the hair in the back of my neck stands up, but we're kind of short on here these days. So I look at them like, I wonder what man somewhere this woman has tortured in the West. Because especially if she looks good, looks decent, 9 times out of 10, the 10% women that have been in bad situations, I understand. She has completely disrespected her way out of a relationship. She has tortured some man. Some man is sitting somewhere like, oh my God, thank God she's gone. But she's single now, and you're horny, and you want to be with her. And the reality is that for some guys, they won't see the red flags of this woman. Why is she single and looking this good? Either she thinks she's too good for some men, or she's just insufferable. Insufferable. Look at them. You want to wake up every day. See, this is what happens when we have post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity is a B nowadays, because what we have is a situation with social media, the way things are, is that they become better victims. The society excuses them. Even these cucked dudes on the internet selling marriage and relationship, they make excuses for them. Oh, she just needs the right man, or the right leadership, or she was misled. Man, get out of here. What happens when dudes make bad decisions? You guys like roll the same dude, roll you up underneath the bus. You man, F you guys. You guys suck. Bums, bunch of incels and degenerates. You can't win. So sometimes it's best not to play that game if you know the outcome. You know, and that's why for a lot of the young men, I recommend global travel. You're doing self-development now. Do the self-development work. Experience the world. See what other cultures look like. Just for the knowledge, just for the information. See how men are treated in other cultures. See what happens when you're in cultures where the laws make sense. Because that's what matters, is the laws. You know, they say power corrupts, and absolute power, absolutely corrupts. If you have a system, especially where once you sign that contract with the state, the leverage is in her favor. I don't care how powerful you are, or Bezos or anybody else. Once you sign that contract, the leverage is there. And hopefully you got a good prenuptial agreement too. But the leverage is in her favor because your state is on her side. Your society is on her side. The court of public opinion is on her side. Army of simps and cucks are on her side. So it's you versus all of those things institutionally, and cucks, simps, and their sisterhood of women and whatever else. You're on your own. As soon as you face that and accept that reality and understand the deals that you get into. And when you discover, see, my life is an adaptation. Okay? I'm in an adaptation. You know that saying, Thomas Sowell quote, there are no solutions, there are only trade-offs. Men and women are better together in a functional society, in a functional system, in a functional culture. This shit is not functional out here. You can either adapt or get chewed up in the meat grinder. Make smart decisions, make wise decisions. Don't let some fool or some idiot try to lure you into getting into some situation without properly making decisions that are based on reason, logic, evaluating the pitfalls of life, because there's always risk in life, everything you do. But in this society, systematically, with the laws, with the opinions, things are set up against men. Period. It's just the way it is. The 1% men and feminists worked together and created a system that the average everyday man gets cooked. This is the way it is. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So gentlemen, get up and enjoy your life, hit the gym, and obviously I need to get myself a better brand of coffee. I'm gonna have to start grinding my beans and brew it in the morning. I just hadn't done it this morning, so wow, it was a quick and easy fix. But stay focused, and gentlemen, stay free and stay peaceful. Don't just let anybody be taking your peace. Peace is the new wealth for men. Don't let these cuck simps trying to shame you, call you all kinds of names. Their ass is getting roasted at the house, not yours. You see me, I'm here, I'm 51, I'm about to go hit the gym. You don't see me with no high cortisol level. I'm always happy on this damn, because I've known, see, sometimes guys, you don't enjoy your freedom until you've been tortured long enough. You need to be experienced the truth. Go watch couples therapy. I tell you what, you won't experience any loneliness. You'll be out here having a damn good time. You're like, hell no. You don't, see, this is the thing about, people don't understand what men are going through in this country. The torture, the mental torture, but watch couples therapy. It's on YouTube. I guarantee you, you'll get out today, you'll be running 5 miles on the treadmill. Peace is beautiful, gentlemen. I'm out. I'm about to hit the gym. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out.